Hello everyone. Today we will study about introduction to NodeMCU. So this is the agenda. Today we will learn what is NodeMCU, why we need NodeMCU, what is ESP8266, features of NodeMCU, specification of NodeMCU, and how to integrate NodeMCU into Arduino IDE. So this is the NodeMCU. The full form is Node Microcontroller Unit. So today IoT applications are on the rise and connecting objects are getting more and more important. So the NodeMCU is an open source software and hardware development environment that is built around a very inexpensive system on chip called the ESP8266. In addition, by providing some of the most important features of the microcontroller such as GPIO, PWM, ADC, so it can solve many of the project's needs alone. So the general features of this board are as follows. It is easy to use. You can program it with Arduino IDE. It is available as a access point. It is a practicable in event-driven API application. It have also internal antenna and it has containing 17 GPIO pins, 4 PWM channels, I2C, SPI, ADC and UART interface. So why we need NodeMCU? So there are some popular development board available in the market that are Arduino and Raspberry Pi. So when we do IoT with Arduino, so there is no Wi-Fi shield. So for this we have to purchase the Arduino Wi-Fi shield along with the board, and there is another option. You can integrate with ESP01. Arduino you have to integrate with ESP01. So what is the problem here? There is a lot of cost of this hardware. You have to purchase two hardware, one Arduino and the second is Wi-Fi shield or maybe ESP01. And if we talk about IoT with Raspberry Pi, so Raspberry Pi is also has the Wi-Fi capability, but the problem is the price of the hardware. The price of the hardware is very high, so it is very expensive. When we talk about the NodeMCU, IoT with NodeMCU, so what are the advantages? It is a low cost device. It is integrated support for Wi-Fi. There is a Wi-Fi available, reduced size of the board and low energy consumption. So the price of this is very low. So it is low cost devices and Wi-Fi capabilities available. So now what is then ESP8266? The complete board is called the NodeMCU. So the complete board, see here, this complete board is called the NodeMCU. And the chip over it, NodeMCU, is called ESP8266. So the ESP8266 is low cost Wi-Fi microchip with built-in TCP/IP networking software and microcontroller capability produced by Espressif System in Shanghai, China. So the first chip came to the attention of Western makers in August 2014 with ESP01 module made by a third-party manufacturer, that is AI Thinker. So this small module allow microcontroller to connect a Wi-Fi network and make simple TCP/IP connection using his style command. So there are many types of ESP8266 module available, ranging from ESP826601 to ESP826612E. So this is the small microcontroller ESP8266 and this is the flash memory. So this complete chip is called ESP12E, ESP01 like this, and this is the microcontroller ESP8266. So these are the ESP8266 version, ESP01, 02, 03, 04, 05 like this up to 12E. So this is the famous one, the ESP12E that we are using into NodeMCU. So this is ESP12E chip pin out. So there are 17 GPIOs. Some pins are SPI pins, some are I2C pins. There are single ADC pins. So there are total 22 pins are there. So in this NodeMCU development board, we are using this ESP12 chip with 2.4 gigahertz antenna. So the microcontroller in this is ESP8266 and the microprocessor is Tensilica Extensor 32-bit LX106 RISC microprocessor, which operates at 80 to 160 MHz adjustable clock frequency and also support real-time operating system. So there are 128 KB internal RAM, there are 4 MB external flash, there are 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi transceiver antenna is also there. So in NodeMCU development board, these are some 128 KB RAM, 4 MB flash, just enough to cope up with large string that make up web pages, JSON, XML data and everything we throw at IoT devices nowadays. So ESP integrate also the ST40 Wi-Fi transceiver, so it can not only connect to a Wi-Fi network and interact with the internet, but it can also set up a network of its own, allowing other devices to connect directly to it. So this makes the ESP8266 NodeMCU even more versatile. If we talk about the power requirements, so the operating voltage range of ESP8266 is 3 volt to 3.6 volt. The board comes with LDO, that is low dropout voltage regulator, to keep the voltage steady at 3.3 volt. So it can reliably supply up to 600 milliampere, which could be more than enough when we ESP8266 pull as much 80 milliampere during RF transmission. So the output of the regulator is also broken out from one of the side of the board and labeled as 3.3V3. This pin can be used to supply power to external components. So these are the some 3.3 volt pins are there, and this is the LDO, this is the micro USB connector, and this is the V-in pin for external power supply. So how to power the NodeMCU? So power to ESP8266 NodeMCU is supplied via the onboard micro B USB connector. Alternately, if you have a regulated 5 volt voltage source, the V-in pin can be used to directly supply the ESP8266 and its peripheral. So please remember, the GPIO pins are not 5 volt tolerant. So ESP8266 required 3.3 volt power supply and 3.3 volt logic level for the communication. GPIO pins are not 5 volt tolerant. So if you want to interface the board with 5 volt or higher component, you will need to do some level shifting. So if we talk about the peripherals, so there are 17 GPIO total, general purpose input output pins, GPIO pins, and there are single ADC channel, there are 2 UART interface, there are 4 PWM output, and there are single SPI I2C and I2S interface. And another feature of ESP8266 pins, there are multiple peripheral multiplexed on a single GPIO pin. Means a single GPIO pin can act as a PWM, can also act as a UART or SPI, but one thing at a time, one peripheral at a time. So there are also onboard switches and LED indicators. The ESP8266 NodeMCU features 2 buttons, one marked at RST look left corner. So there are some onboard switches and LED indicator. So there are some flash button, reset button, and there is a onboard LED that is connected to pin number D0. And there is a CP2102 USB to UART bridge controller from Silicon Lab company, which convert USB signal to serial and allow your computer to program and communicate with ESP8266 chip. So this is the CP2102 USB to UART converter, USB to TTL converter. So this is the pin configuration of NodeMCU. So on every pin, the name is labeled D0, D1, D2, D3, D4. There are some pin are 3.3 volt ground, D5, D6, D7, D8, RX, TX ground 3.3 volt. And on the left hand side, there are some pin are A0. This is the ADC pin, V-in ground, reset pin, enable pin 3.3 volt ground. And these are pin are for the SD card interface. So this is the pin configuration. And how to program this NodeMCU? So for this you have to install the Arduino IDE. So when you install the Arduino IDE from Arduino website, so for this then you have to open the Arduino IDE, then you have to click on the file, then click on the preferences. Now here at additional board manager URL, you have to copy the link. This is the link, you have to paste it here, add additional board manager URL, then you have to click OK. Now again into the Arduino IDE, you have to go to tools, then board. Right now the board is Arduino Uno. Just then click on boards manager. So boards manager will appear within 1 or 2 minutes. Now here in the search bar you have to search ESP8266. So this type of interface will come, and this is the version number right now 3.0.2. right now the version number is showing here. You have to click on install. So from this board manager you are installing the board. So after installation it will show like that, this version number is installed. Then you click on the OK. Now you have to change the board into the Arduino IDE. So again go to into tools, go to board. This is the ESP8266 board, and here this is the NodeMCU 1.0 ESP12E. You have to select this board. So now you can program Arduino IDE. You can program NodeMCU with Arduino IDE. So this is the complete introduction of NodeMCU. Thank you guys.